Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Lang, and welcome to this broadcast, day 2 on the series of how to reverse diabetes, and especially how to reverse diabetes type 2. So I want to be clear that in this series I'm talking about type 2 diabetes, not type 1 diabetes, for which there is currently no reversal. Type 2 diabetes is diabetes that has too much insulin on board. The body is already resistant to the insulin, and it's completely different from type 1 diabetes where you have insulin deficiency. So I have a question for you. If you had to pick the one thing that you think is the most important to reversing diabetes, what do you think that one thing would be? So the answer is exercise. Now, that might be an answer that you didn't want to hear because a lot of people don't like exercise. And as a family doctor for more than 30 years, I've heard a lot of different excuses as to why somebody doesn't have time to do exercise. And one of the things that I enjoy is after hearing the excuses as to why a person doesn't have time to do exercise, can't do exercise, hurts too much to do exercise, etc., is coming up with a solution as to how this person can figure out how to do exercise. And so one thing that I ask people to do to put them into a different mindset, a different paradigm, is to ask them a question like this. If God came to you today and said, today you die if you do not do exercise, if he did that to you, do you think that you would find time to exercise today? And if he did that every day for the next 60 days, do you think that you would find time each day in the next 60 days to find time to exercise? So remember, we're imagining that it's God himself coming down and talking to us face to face and saying, if you don't find the time, if you don't do the exercise, today you die. Well, what happens for most people when they imagine that, all of a sudden exercise becomes the front burner issue in our imagination. And of course, we find the time because it is the most important thing. I won't survive the day if I don't do exercise. Now, the truth is, we don't survive without exercise. It's just that we die much more slowly without it. And in diabetes, it has a particular and unique role because it is not only playing a role in one of the major obstacles in diabetes, which is that most people are significantly overweight because of long-standing insulin resistance. And so it's a crucial part of helping the person to lose weight and normalize weight, but also it's a crucial part of helping the body to stabilize blood sugars. So the question becomes, well, what kind of exercise? And there are basically 3 kinds of exercise that are important, but in terms of what's crucial for getting started, let's say the getting started exercise, if you're not already exercising, is to just get in the habit of devoting a minimum of 30 minutes a day in moving nonstop. So I tell people that if they're not already in an exercise program, to start a 30-minute nonstop walk that starts from their front door and ends there. Now, why do I say that? Because the statistical probability is highest for long-term success if you do something like that. So if you have to go someplace to start your exercise program, then the chances are high that you'll find reasons that you don't have time to go to that place. But if all you have to do is put on your shoes and walk out the front door, and you walk for 15 minutes one direction and you walk back home, that's simple to do. And unless you have significant orthopedic limitations, almost everybody can do that. Now, for this first 30 minutes of habit-forming exercise, I do not care how fast you're walking. The whole purpose of this is to get into the habit of investing that 30 minutes in nonstop movement. Nonstop movement, otherwise known as exercise. Now, later in the course, we'll go over different variations, different options for what we would then call cardiovascular exercise. We'll also talk about the importance of strength training exercise and the importance of flexibility exercises. But to start with today, if this is you starting out fresh and you're looking for a way to change your life and you currently don't have a regular exercise program, I encourage you, put on your shoes, walk out the front door, walk for 15 minutes as slowly as you want, and walk back. And you finished your first 30-minute walk, and do it every day. And as you continue to build that habit, then you can start to tweak it and do different things during that 30 minutes. So I encourage you to do this. It's foundational to any hope for long-term change in your body. And I'll share statistics later that back that up. Now, if you're looking for a more organized approach that gets you into a lot more information right now, I encourage you to click on the link at the bottom of this video to my blog, StanleyLang.com, and it's going to give you the option to click on a free video. This will teach you the importance of chronic stress reduction and weight loss all at the same time, and from there you can follow a path of video instruction to a very significant course that can help you to really get into a permanent weight loss solution. So I wish you well, God's blessings, and have a great day.